know that we've got a big fight when Boxing Bros is in town. That's when you know. That's when we know. So
you fought the man, Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win, and what did you think about the last fight?
I put a significant bet, actually, to be honest with you, right? I was very, very confident Eubank to beat him after being in there myself. He's a good fighter, he's fit, he's strong, he's got a lot going on. He's very good. And I remember before we fought, I remember talking to Andy Lee, who I value his knowledge in boxing, and
great
to me, he said, Spike, he said, Eubank's a lot better than you think. He's a good fighter, a very good fighter. And I agree with him now. I think, and I've had a good few exchanges, I think, on Twitter. Not that I think, but I know I've had a lot of exchanges, and I see the comments coming in. Fucking absolutely full-on morons. Jesus Christ Almighty, these fucking idiots. But the comments about Eubank and the weight. Oh my God Almighty, these fuckers. They never fought really. I wouldn't think, and some of them might have fought, but not to a high level, because if they did, they'd understand. They had no understanding of it, and it's so fucking annoying when I see these comments. So the rehydration clause is the problem. Fair enough, he can make 160, but he did struggle against me 10 years ago in 2015. He missed weight against me in 2015, which is a full 10 years ago. Okay?
Yeah.
He went.
Did you make him strip down to his pants? At the press conference, I swear, he had to take all his pants off and his gloves.
Yeah, he did. He had to take off the gloves. He had to go away then and make weight again, and he came back and made weight. But that is 10 years ago, and obviously, as you know, Andrew, your weight comes on later in life. It's harder. Anyway, to be fair, he has still been making middleweight, which is some people's point, which is fair enough. So he can make middleweight, but that's not the issue. It's the rehydration clause is the issue. I mean, as you get older, I found out my last fight a couple of weeks ago, bloody hell, the fucking amount of weight. I actually fought at that fight at 164, so I didn't cut down to middleweight. You put on 20 pounds after the weigh-in. So he can't put on, I think, more than 10 pounds.
On the morning.
I think the normal rehydration is 12 pounds, and he's only allowed to get 10.
Yeah. Fucking joke, man.
His body's not used to. He's not used to doing it.
It's like that fucks him. That's my concern there. And I think as well, another thing, Conor Benn and all his entire team, the whole fucking lot of them, if something happens to Chris Eubank Jr., it's on them for that.
Yeah.
Because your brain inside your head, as you know, well, I suppose, Chris, being in your industry, your brain could like
rugby.
It'd be like a fucking peanut inside a shell, rattling around when you're dehydrated. And I understand Chris Eubank Senior's worries, having already had his son pass away and having the travesties he had himself with Michael Watson, and I'm a bit concerned myself. Myself and Junior, we never really spoke. And he doesn't like me after kissing him and all that shit.
I was gonna say, I thought that was class. He gave him a kiss at the presser.
Yeah.
Wound him right.
The real reason I done that though is because he got the better of me. The gloves are off with Johnny Nelson, and I got to get back at him mentally and trying to upset him.
Yeah,
and that's why I gave him the kiss.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I apologise to him in the ring after the fight for that. Because I know he really fucking didn't like him. I think he's a nice guy. I've seen lots of shit. I've seen lots of stuff online. He's playing around with his nephew, and I think he announced recently he's having twins. And I wish him the best of luck. And I hope he's having twins. He's having twins. I think, or he might have had them. He might have had them actually recently there. I think, or he's having them.
I didn't know he even had a missus. He keeps his private life very, very private.
Yeah. His sister is, Frank Smith from Matchroom. That's Frank Smith's married to Eubank Jr.'s sister.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I always thought Eubank Jr. was gay. I thought he was secretly gay. There's nothing wrong with it, but you know how he acts and his mannerism. I always thought, and you never see him with any girls ever. I always thought he's gay, but now he's having twins. Oh, that's a surprise to me. I always thought he was gay. My gay dart is off.
A lot of people. I think you're not the only one, because I think a lot of people might have thought he was gay, but he's far from it anyway, obviously, and fucking fair play to him, and
Some interesting insights there.
Who are you picking? Who are you picking for the rematch then? Who are you picking for the rematch?
I really hope Eubank wins, and if I'm going my heart over my head, I'm going to go with Eubank, but I'm a bit concerned. I think he, It was a tough fight the last time, Ben. But I tell you what, if the rehydration clause wasn't in place, Eubank would absolutely blitz.
Easy.
He wouldn't go 6 rounds. Ben wouldn't go 6 rounds with him if he was fully right.
Yeah.
But and people, that's another thing. People comment about that. Holy fuck, man! They have no idea, man. They're talking through the holes. Like, they have no idea what they're talking about.
It's like with the rehydration clause, Eubank beat him at like 50%. Because you could see his punches weren't as hard. You could see he was weight drained.
Underneath him.
The absolute will of the man got him through the fight and winning the fight.
Experience.
You do that on like not being full, but it's going to be hard for him to do it again.
Yeah, I think so. I'm reluctant. I won't be. I put a good chunk of change on him the last time. I'm a bit more apprehensive this time. I'm a bit worried because Ben knows what to expect as well. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we were saying, Spike, actually, in our preview, we kind of mirror your sentiments that we think, I was kind of saying, and along with Chris, that there's only so many times you can go to the well. I know he's been trying to make that weight for a while, but again, 36 years of age, the brain needs a lot of fluid. He's taking in a lot of fluid even before the bell. Conor Benn might acclimatise a bit more to the weight. Like you say, he's felt the powering with him. Also, I think Ben, might be able to make enough adjustments because I felt he just blew his load too quick. If he just navigates the rounds a bit better, take his legs away later on, move around the ring more. I don't know why. I just got this feeling Ben might get the job done just because of now what he knows. But I could be talking bollocks. But that's kind of where me and Chris are at.
No, I'd agree. I'd agree with that. But I'm just fucking. I don't know, man. My head is overruling my heart is overruling my head, and I kind of just want Eubank to win. Yeah. Yeah.
I picked Eubank in the first fight. I said even rehydration clause, it don't matter. Eubank's going to win. Yeah. But doing it again, it's like when you get away with, if you rob the bank and you get away with it and you not go to jail. Don't go back and rob the same bank again. Not a good idea. Because the second time you're going to get caught.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Why do you think, Mike? I wanted to ask one more thing on this fight, because Chris is going to do our usual Boxing Bros roundup that we do with all interviews at pressers and weigh-ins and whatever. Why do you think, not once in the press, I don't know how much of the build-up you've watched, but I've been saying I'm surprised Eubank Jr. hasn't led with the listen in the first fight and now this fight. I'm 50% of the fighter I could be. You've put all these hijinks in place and I still beat you, you little shit. I still beat you. And I'm surprised he hasn't run with that, just trying to get in Conor's head a bit more that at half mast I'm still better than you. But he hasn't kind of led with it. Are you surprised at that or?
I didn't really think about it. I guess. Yeah, he's a smart man. Eubank's an intelligent man, and he's a lot smarter than Ben, I think, as well. I think he's
well,
I don't think Ben is a sharp tool in the box. He's a fit fucker, though.
Yeah, we've seen that in the last fight, the intelligence, didn't we? With because Conor Benn just kept doing the same thing. Like, you're not going to land without throwing the jab first. I'm leaping hooks. Stop throwing it because it keeps missing. You keep throwing the same.
He's not the sharpest tool in the box, that Conor Benn.
No,
I remember actually before I fought you, funnily enough, it was a bit mental. But so Steve Collins Jr. was on my dressing room. Conor Benn came in as well to wish me luck or some shit. But I didn't like him there and then. I thought he's a fucking little jumped up.
Was it something he was giving off? Because we only met him once, we bumped into him. But was it something he gave off that didn't work?
He just fucking, if it got a bit of a vibe from me, he came in the dressing room, you swear he was fucking Muhammad Ali. I think he was about 16, the motherfucker. Like,
well, when we met him, he was walking around like the Fonz from Happy Days. Like, I actually quite liked him. He had sunglasses on. This guy's a superstar, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fucking.
I think he does. I think he does give off them vibes sometimes. Like,
bless him.
He tries to act like a real tough kid, like, like, you know what I mean, mate? I'm a fucking geezer kind of thing. Like,
100%. That's the way he is. But to be fair, he is pretty tough, because like, if he wasn't tough, he couldn't fight Eubank even at 60%.
Yeah,
that's it.
Showed a lot of resilience. Yeah,
he did. If anyone doesn't have respect for the fight, it was a great fight, and respect for that fight. Yeah. But he's a cheater, and Eubank was. I think he was wearing a T-shirt in the lead up to it, 60%. I think it was pretty accurate. I think. 50 or 60%, whatever, you know.
I'll tell you what was hilarious. when he fucking smashed that egg in his face. I thought it was funny.
Really as good as Mike's kiss that was, wasn't it?
It was right up my street. I thought it was fucking brilliant. I loved it.
Just before we move on to clearing up, were you fans of the dads? And if you were, who was you? Because you know, it was either Ben or Eubank. I was Eubank Senior. Andrew was always Nigel Benn. Who was you?
You know what? I respect both of them. I like both of them. Both good fighters. My man Steve Collins beat them both. But in saying that, the truth of the matter is, Chris Eubank Sr. was the man that really got me into boxing.
I
loved him, man. I loved the guy. And funnily enough, is to watch all his fights. My very first boxing match I attended was Chris Eubank versus Steve Collins at the rematch in Park Equip. I walked through with my father and my brothers. Actually, funnily enough, after Chris Eubank Sr. was on TalkSport with Simon Jordan, and he was on about Eubank Jr. having the needle in his hand before my fight being administered something by Adam Booth. He said, his point being, I don't know if you saw that. Did you see that now?
I don't want to watch it because it'll annoy me because I'm really passionate. I can't watch them kind of because I love Chris. I love Chris Eubank Senior. He's my hero. He got me into boxing.
Yeah, me too, man.
8 years old, and I can't watch it. I don't like watching Senior when he's having debates and that. And someone like Simon Jordan going at him. Can't bear to watch. I'm such a fan.
His point was that he felt as though Conor Benn was innocent and that maybe somebody was like spiking him or telling him he was getting something else, but he was actually getting steroids. That he felt like Conor Benn was being genuine and he really believed that he wasn't cheating. And he alluded to then, he said, before my son fought Spike O'Sullivan, I walked in the dressing room at a booze giving him an injection. He said, I said to him, what do you, like, take that needle out of my son, what are you putting in him, blah, blah, blah. And nonetheless, it's illegal anyway. But Eubank rang me one day actually after that, and he said to me,
Senior or junior?
Senior. Yeah. I've never spoke to Junior since before, really. I haven't at all, no. I don't think he likes me at all over that kiss, but anyway. You know, which is, as I say, I apologise to him anyway. But Eubank Senior, he flew over. He said, would I have a coffee with him if he flew to Ireland? He did. We met up. We wound up speaking for 3.5 hours. We had dinner. Such a nice guy. Became an even bigger fan. You know, sometimes they say, don't ever meet your heroes, but wrong in his case. Absolute legend. Great. Couldn't speak highly enough of him. That guy in every single way. Just class.
Yeah, I always loved Senior. I remember when Steve Collins beat Chris Eubank Senior, because I was only 8, and he was like, he got me into boxing, and he was my favourite boxer. I cried. I think I would have been about 10. I cried. I was like, how can he beat Chris Eubank? I was so upset about it, and I just couldn't get over it. It was really upsetting for me that time. Have you seen Mill Street?
Yeah, I did, man. I was at the premiere. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Steve Collins, I think this is amazing. Imagine he didn't have a trainer. He had a strength and conditioning coach and a sports psychologist for the Eubank fight.
Yeah, I think the mind is very... He's a key factor.
He didn't have a coach, no boxing coach, just SSC and a sports psychologist. And then he got in Eubank's head saying, I can't feel pain. I've been hypnotised. I won't feel the pain. And he was like, that's cheating. That's like using steps. It's a great one. I like it. It's great. Yeah. It's a great one. So
I think he can box like Steve Collins. He had the fundamentals from being an amateur boxer and learns a high standard. And obviously he'd had loads of fights before he fought Chris Eubank, so he knew how to box.
He was a middleweight champion before he was a super middleweight.
He would beat Chris.
So we've got 3 rounds with Boxing Bros UK. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Then we'll be done. So, the first one is, who are the 3 fighters, apart from yourself, that you love to watch, who are active, you like watching now? 3 fighters, name 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Probably, yeah.
Not the best, you just like watching.
Yeah, oh my God, you really put me in the spot there. Oh, God.
Oh, to pick, there's so many.
Yeah.
Well, I got a sparring partner there, Craig O'Brien, because I like him so much. I like to watch him, and he's a very good fighter, and he had a good win in his last fight.
What's his name?
Craig O'Brien. He won
Craig O'Brien, weight class?
Yeah. He's a light middleweight.
Light middleweight, look out for that, Craig O'Brien.
Oh my God, Daniel O'Sullivan. Holy shit.
Yeah, Daniel O'Sullivan.
He's unbelievable. He throws the most punches, like, unbelievable. He's a middleweight. He's gone to middleweight now. He's unbelievable. Great fighter. He used to watch me as a kid, and he was inspired to box himself. He's undefeated. He's after picking up 3 titles now, 2 Celtic titles and the Irish title. He's one to watch.
Yeah.
Watch out. He's 30 years of age, so he's not that young.
And a good name as well. It's got a good name.
Sullivan.
He's no relation, but he's fucking, he's the bee's knees.
Look out for him.
And one more that you like.
Just I want to give a genuine answer. Like, I guess Alexander Usyk.
Yeah, he's one of mine, but two of mine.
Pivotal, unbelievable. I'm not the biggest fan of Somas, but Usyk, I love Usyk. I love his character. I love this fact that what he's done. He's unbelievable. So Usyk's my man.
So now, three of the legends of the past. Like 3 legends who you love to watch. Or they don't have to be legends. They can be even just great fighters who you just used to like watching. Like, who's that guy, that Augustus dancing master who never won a title?
Yeah, I actually love him. I really like him. But my top 3 would be Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, 87-0.
Marvelous Marvin
Hagler, yeah.
And between Sugar Ray and but Evander Holyfield, I loved him too.
Which one? Robinson.
Sorry?
Leonard or Robinson?
Leonard. But I'm going to go with my top 3, Chavez, Hagler and Holyfield.
Yeah.
Holyfield.
I always hated Leonard not hated him, it weren't his fault, but because I thought Hagler won. Hagler beat him. I thought he got robbed. It was close. I just think Hagler won that fight.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Yeah, I'm never really a fan. And then the last one is, who is the biggest knobhead in boxing right now? Who's just a wanker? Like, it pisses you off. A manager, a coach, a fighter, a promoter. Who you think he is a knobhead?
There's too many. I know who ours is, Chris.
I'd probably nearly go with Conor Benn, you know.
I thought you was going to, actually.
Yeah.
No, they put me on the spot. I'm kind of, I liked him a little bit more in the press conferences lately, like the chats he was having with Eubank a little bit. Not, I don't hate him as much, but I hate him for cheating anyway, so yeah, fuck him.
Ours is Ben Shalom, because he turned down, we were about to interview him and he sent his security to get rid of us. And we keep flagging off his fighters, so he won't give us an interview.
No, we queued up for half an hour waiting to interview him, and then he didn't even have the decency to say, sorry lads, can't do it now. He sent some security guy to go, sorry guys, if you haven't got a wristband, you can't interview.
Fucking wristband.
No, we've been here for half an hour. But,
he's a bit of a knob though, isn't he? He's a bit of a knob.
But,
He looks it. I thought he was Eddie Hearn's love trade.
Right, well, thanks for coming on.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it. Thanks, Spike. All the best, and you're a great man. Being Spike O'Sullivan, man.
Just there was on the photo on the call to you. I just started getting a call from the missus. She's coming home from work. She wants the dinner, so I got to get cracking on the dinner.